Hi everyone, welcome in or welcome back to Between Realms Tarot. Today's reading is going to be a pick a card love reading, and it's going to be about what is coming towards you in love in this month of November. We're going to try to uncover what is coming towards you, who is coming towards you. Maybe there is somebody specific on your mind, or maybe there is new love coming towards you. So whatever your situation is, if you're single or if you are in a relationship or in no contact or in a situationship or in a separation, this reading might resonate with you. But before we start the reading, I want to remind you that if you'd like to book a private reading with me, or if you'd like to support me and my channel, you will find all the details in the description box below. Now let's start the reading. So for today's reading, we have 3 piles. I did not name the piles for today because I wasn't really feeling like channeling. Nothing came through for the 3 piles when I was preparing to film the reading, but I have chosen 3 AI generated flower bouquets for you, and I think they are beautiful. And so each pile is going to be represented by a bouquet. So for pile number 1, we have this beautiful serene white bouquet of roses with all the golden haze and the beautiful green leaves. For pile number 2, we're going to have the coral and peach flowers. There are also some yellow flowers and some beautiful green leaves there. This is a beautiful bouquet. And for pile number 3, we're going to have the baby pink roses bouquet. So just as usual, take a moment, choose your pile. It's generally the first pile that comes through your mind once you look at the 3 piles. So trust your gut, trust your intuition, and you will find the timestamps of the 3 piles in the description box below. If you have picked your pile, let's start your reading. Hi, pile number 1. If you have picked this beautiful, serene bouquet of white roses, this is going to be your reading about what is coming towards you in love in this month of November. So let's start the reading. So pile number 1, we got grounding, potato. The card number 5, we have the zodiac sign of Virgo in here. We have also from the Moonology deck, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, and don't let your past hold you back with the South Node here. We have also the card Child and Clover from the Lenormand deck, and we have Rahu or the North Node in the 8th house in Pisces. For Tarot, we got the Ace of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 2 of Wands, the Lovers, the 4 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles. And I want to say that the main theme that is happening here is that there is emotional awakening and forgiveness that is at play, that there is a type of getting over or getting over past hurts, or getting over also one's own insecurities. Because with the Rahu or the North Node here in Pisces in the 8th house, it feels like that it's like there is karma this month, because we got literally the both of them, like the South Node and the North Node here. And what is happening here is that there is karma that is at play when it comes to sharing a bond with somebody, accepting intimacy, and I feel like each one of you will resonate with this differently, but this will resonate whether you were single currently or you're in a situation of separation, or maybe there is some kind of a misunderstanding or past hurt that happened with somebody specific in your life. Yeah, as I said, with Rahu in the 8th house in Pisces, it feels like there is karma that is happening when it comes to bonding with others and when it comes to deeper aspects of intimacy. It's not only intimacy here with the 8th house, it's a Piscean type of intimacy, and this is really a spiritual one, one where there is psychological patterns at play, where there are beliefs at play, where are maybe even inner child work that needed to happen. And with Pisces, we see this theme of also of abandonment just next to the Five of Pentacles here. We're going to talk about that. So with the Grounding card, and just under that, that is the Ace of Swords. So I feel like you or your person, pile number one, looked at themselves, and I don't know, I feel drawn to tarot. Maybe I feel like maybe you have watched a tarot reading that gave you an insight that opened your mind into the truth of this connection, or it literally, because what I believe about tarot is that tarot gives you perspective. We cannot count on tarot for our life's decisions, but I feel like once one reading, specific, maybe a reading you've done to yourself, or somebody done a reading for you, or you have watched a reading on YouTube, I'm not sure, I don't know, but I feel like you gained perspective, and or this might be happening on the other side too, like from your person's side. So there is perspective that is at play in here, and I'm pretty sure, like, drawn to say that it was you who somehow faced a truth with the Ace of Swords here, and taking time to look at yourself, or maybe look at your deeper self, and look at literally deeper aspects of the connection that you are in. And that made you realize some things that you did not see before. I feel like you or your person had seen something that you did not see before in this connection, when it comes to how much emotional intimacy, or how much this person matters to you, or how much you matter to them, pile number one. And yeah, it's like this type of realization that leads into a new beginning. There is this, when you gain a certain information, that information might trigger an emotion, and that emotion leads to a certain type of behavior that leads to a certain outcome. And that is what is happening in here. There is a new beginning because there is a new perspective that is gained. There is like, and it's not only about perspective, it's literally about knowledge. So there is an information that is gained because of a change of perspective, because somebody decided to look deeper into themselves and see things that they did not see before in this connection, and about themselves and the other person. And so that realization with the Ace of Swords, is taking that person, or both of you, into realizing that there is stagnation in the situation. Like, there is an issue, and it might be a lack of communication. It might be like there is apathy. There is I want to say dissatisfaction and stagnation, maybe something that was happening in this connection or in your specific personal life that is making this connection not really, I feel like there is vulnerability that is not being expressed in here. And it might be specifically because I do see some indication to having abandonment issues. It literally might be somebody has an insecurity, maybe you or your person, pile number one, who has an insecurity when it comes to abandonment, and when it comes to feeling like I feel like there is maybe somebody here who feels left out in the cold, or there is something that is considered an unhealthy attachment here. I don't see codependency. I see somebody who feels left out in the cold. I see maybe somebody who refuses to there is like, I feel like there is lack of communication, and so some type of, like, there is vulnerability, but it's not expressed from both of you, pile number one, or your person, or only you if you are single and seeking a new beginning in love in general. But yeah, I see this transformation and emotional awakening where somebody is realizing here that their abandonment issues cannot really stand in the way to connection and to union, or to new love, or even reunion with somebody that you are already connected to. Yeah, there is a need or realization that there is a need to, with don't let your past hold you back here, to get over and get past the vulnerabilities and the insecurities. There is a need and there is a realization for you or your person, by number one, to look at those insecurities, heal them, and not let them stand up in your way to explore connection and explore this reunion here. And I'm going to cover these two because I'm not sure. I know that the guidelines of totally forgot about it, but I know that the YouTube might not really like nudity in the videos, and so yeah, so sorry for that. You know how the Lovers card look like, okay? And so yeah, as I said, there is this realization and awakening to the fact that what matters more is love. What matters is connection, especially if this person who you are connected to or is somebody that you deeply resonate here with, with the Lovers and the Four of Wands just next to it. I feel like there is a realization that this connection is something pure. With the Child and the Clover, there is this sense of trust. There is this sense of like, I feel like you or your person are realizing that you can trust. Finally, I can trust and I can open up, I can be vulnerable, and because I don't want to waste this emotional bond and this literally like spiritual bond with somebody. There is someone that you resonate with deeply, and you don't want, or your person, those insecurities and scarcity, maybe fear of intimacy here with the 8th house. And yeah, literally there is because somebody realized that they cannot let this fear of intimacy hold them back anymore from connecting to their dearest person. There is this awakening and decision here with the Two of Wands to reunite, literally reunite with somebody here and explore and really be stable with somebody. There is this there's this planning, there is this opening up. I want to see there is this expansion, this hopeful energy to connect and to have a connection. Really, if you're single, it's a desire to reconnect with people, or connect or have a spiritual or a loving bond, a healthy loving bond with somebody, just because you want to get over and not let your insecurities hold you back from true love. And as I said, yeah, there is this pure trust. There is with the Child and Clover, there is this opportunity for trust and clean slate with somebody, or maybe with a new person. And with the Five of Pentacles, it's still, there is still this underlying feeling of fear and abandonment, or feeling left out in the cold, or feeling insecure, maybe feeling undeserving, unworthy. And so you or your person, pile number 1, might have those feelings, but literally in the center there is, and with the Lovers here, there is, there's karma at play. There is release and acceptance, but also there is embracing. And I feel like you or your person, as I said, is experiencing an awakening where they want to reconnect, they want to be vulnerable, they want to be nurturing, and they want to be nurtured. Yeah, and there is, with the North Node, it's like the path is changing, and with the South Node is the node of release. It's the node of what no longer serves us. So if there is an insecurity when it comes to vulnerability or sharing emotions or being open and fearing abandonment, if there is an insecurity, it's calling for one of you or both of you to be released and to embrace intimacy here with Rahu in the 8th house in Pisces, because there is spiritual growth that comes out of it, and because this connection is a connection that you, pile number 1, can trust, and it's a connection that is full of hope. It's really a call for you to open up and trust in love again, and trust that you will be fortunate. So pile number 1, this was your reading about what is coming towards you in love in this November. And if you have resonated, please press the like button and comment down below your pile. Maybe share your story, or maybe for more insight, maybe other people will give you insight in the comments. And if you want to suggest anything, maybe a topic you want to explore, please feel free to do that in the comments. I would love to receive your suggestions. And if you'd like to support me on my channel, or if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can find all the details about how to do that in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 1, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. If you have chosen the bouquet that has peachy, coral, pink and yellow flowers, this is going to be your reading about what is coming towards you in love in this November. Let's start your reading. So pile number 3. If I would name this pile something, it would be faith and perseverance. And let me tell you why. We got here Mercury in the 3rd house in Sagittarius. From the Lenormand deck, we got Anchor and Lilies. We got from the Monology deck Have Faith in Your Dreams, Waxing, Crescent Moon. And we got Transition with the Cauliflower with the zodiac sign of Cancer here from the Greenwich Oracle. And from Tarot, we got the 8 of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Wands. And why did I say that this bio would be called Faith and Perseverance? Because I feel like in the last few months, maybe pile number 2, you are in a type of relationship, but there is this in a relationship with somebody. I feel like you already know somebody, so I don't see this being a singles pile. So yeah, you might resonate with another pile. I see clearly here having the King and the Queen of Pentacles. It clearly feels like there is a couple in this dynamic, and I feel like in the last few months, I feel like there was a transition with the cauliflower here. There was a change that is somehow testing this relationship or making this relationship feel hard. And it's like this connection might have needed a lot of work in the last few months to stabilize it, or even to connect with each other, or it's like either you and your person pile number 2 were working on something, or there is a change that I feel like created a distance between you, or there is a literal distance, physical distance that created a change, because we have here the 8 of Cups just under the transition card in here. And there is Mercury in Sagittarius in the 3rd house, and the 3rd house is opposite to Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is in the 9th house, and both of those houses are houses of travel. The 3rd house indicates the short travels, and the 9th house and the Sagittarius or the 9th house indicates long distance travels. And there is Mercury here, and Mercury also signifies movement when it comes to short-term travel. But that's not what I'm trying to say here. Is that it feels like there might have been a physical distance, literally, for some of you, pile number 2, or another type of distance that is mental or emotional here, that created a change, or the change is, it created a detachment with the 8 of Cups. It created maybe I don't want to say a loss of relation. I want to say maybe the connection became more grounded in a way that romance left the scene. But that it's not that much. It just feels heavy, and or it feels like you're waiting for reconnection, or waiting for communication maybe here. And it feels like pile number 2, I feel like your cards are trying, it's like a message, it's like spirit or a higher power, whatever higher power you believe in, pile number 2. I feel like a message is being communicated to you here, and it is the message is, it's worth the waiting, or also this connection is worth it, or this connection is worth the work that you are doing right now. So with the Anchor and Lilies here, the connection is amazing. I want to say whatever connection that you feel with this person that you have in your life right now, pile number 2, it's like in November it feels like it's an amazing connection. It feels very spiritual. I feel like both of you are connected on a deeper level, spiritually speaking, or I feel like both of you relate to each other and find peace and harmony. And I feel like you and your person by number 2 are each other ideals, because Lilies here resonates heavily with the energy of Sagittarius here. There are higher beliefs that are in the dynamic right now. It's like both of you have the same beliefs, you operate the same way, you have the same dreams and goals for the future, and you have the same aspirations. And it's like, as I said, both of you are your ideals. And with the Anchor card here, I feel like that spiritual connection and that spiritual alignment and that high alignment that you have in your person is being anchored in something stable, in something enduring, and in something that is lasting, long lasting. I don't know if you have tied the knot or not, if you are engaged or if you're living together. As I said, there seems to be a distance in here, but there is this alignment that is undeniable. It's like the mess. I feel, as I said, a message is being sent to you, pile number 1, pile number 2, and the message is this connection is something that you can 100% trust, and that is worth the effort, worth the perseverance, and that is worth to believe in. It's like it's telling you that if it's worth to believe in, you should believe in this connection, and just trust your judgment there. And if this file doesn't resonate, or if you and your person do not feel like you are on the same page, I don't think that this reading is for you. So please don't accept abuse into your life. Please, you deserve better. You deserve a love that you can trust, a love that you can feel peaceful in. And so yeah, let's continue the reading. So with have faith in your dreams, I feel, yeah, as I said, there is this constant work that needs to be put in this connection with the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. And I feel like a lot needed to be done in this connection, and a lot needed to be persevered. I feel like maybe financially wise, maybe work wise, both of you were focused on yourselves, and maybe that created a distance. And so I feel like, as I said, it feels like not romance in that big of a term where you don't love each other, but I feel like there is a detachment that happened in here. And with the Queen of Wands, it's kind of telling you that I feel like this might be your energy, so it's telling you that the passion and the desire is still there, and there is purpose. I feel like this connection is purposeful. It's telling you that there is purpose here, there is creativity, that there is just under the anchor. It's like it's telling you that what is happening currently, pile number 2, in your connection is not something you should worry about. You should just have faith, because you already know that this person is somebody you relate to on the highest octaves, or on a spiritual and on a material level. And it's telling you that the purpose of this connection is still there. It just somehow, because of these changes or because of all of this work that you and your person are doing, the changes and the transition, that it's like in November there is a transition, or the transition, I feel like it's already happening. So it's telling you that if in November you felt like there is a distance between you and your person, or there is a change, there is detachment, or if you felt like this connection is calling for a lot of effort, or it's mainly because this connection is somehow changing into something that is more grounded and more stable on the long term. We have a divine couple here with the King and the Queen of Pentacles. We have 2 partners that are working with, you can see that both of them are looking towards each other's directions, even though the Queen is looking at her pentacle and the King is looking at his pentacle. I feel like both of you are working on yourselves, but and what is happening in November is that because both of you are working on yourselves, there is distance, and as I said, maybe there is literally physical distance in here. And that is not, it's telling you that that is not something to worry about, but you need to release an older version of this connection where you didn't have a long-term goal together, or a long-term goal wasn't the focus, or stability and a home together wasn't the purpose. And so this transition in this month is in this month in November, in this month of November, is only meant to take this connection into a level where both of you are grounded together and have a common life, maybe have common goals, common assets here with Pentacles energy. And it's telling you that this connection is having a purpose, and you need to trust in this purpose. And you, despite all of this work and all of this juggling here, between what is spiritual and what is material also here, because there is a lot of passion with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands, but as you said, there is something to work on. There is purpose to this connection. I feel like you met this person for a reason. And with Mercury in the 3rd house in Sagittarius, I feel like there is communication. So maybe in November what is happening is a communication about a higher truth, communication about what do you believe this connection is, or what do you believe this connection should be, or what do you want this connection to be. There is exchange of higher goals, higher beliefs, and there is also trust in the purpose of this connection. And so yeah, the message for you, pile number 2, is that what is happening in November in this connection is a change, and there is a need to let go of what doesn't serve this connection anymore, and of what doesn't serve its stability. And there needs to be a directing, because it's transitioning into a higher level of commitment maybe, and a long-term goal together that needs to be worked upon. And so you should trust that all of the work and all of this connection is worth work. This connection is worth having faith in. And I feel like, yeah, it's still telling you that there is work that needs to be done, and you are going to be able to do it. And you should have faith in this connection because it has a purpose. 100% this connection is purposeful, and it's somehow made for your highest purpose, you and your person, pile number 2. So pile number 2, this was your reading. I hope it gave you insight into your connection. I really loved this reading. It felt very purposeful, so I'm very happy for you. If you resonated, please press the like button. Comment down below your pile, maybe any suggestions you have, maybe anything you want to say in the comments. Just be polite, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to support me and my channel, or if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find my details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching pile number 2, and see you next time. Hi, pile number 2. If you have chosen the baby pink roses bouquet, this is going to be a reading about what is coming towards you in love for this November. Let's start your reading. So pile number 3. We got here Saturn in the 1st house in Aquarius, and from the Lenormand deck we got Cross and Garden. From the Moonology deck we got Adjustments Are Required, third quarter moon. And from the Greenwich Oracle we got the card Strength with the Fennel, with the Virgo energy, and we got the card Communication with the Pisces energy. With Tarot we got the Ace of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Strength, the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 9 of Pentacles. And it feels like what is coming towards you in November is independence. I feel like pile number 3, you have gone through maybe connections, or a certain connection. Maybe it's love, maybe it's work issues, maybe it's personal issues. I feel like where you have struggled and there was a lesson that was learned, because what I see here with Saturn in the 1st house in Aquarius is that there is this self-mastery. When Saturn is in the 1st house, the person who has Saturn in the 1st house projects that Saturnian energy of hard work, discipline, authority, maybe even criticism. Really depends on the sign also, and on the constellation, on the moon mansion or the nakshatra. And so with Saturn in the 1st house in Aquarius, it feels like there is an embracing and a self-mastery of one's own independence, of having of having clear and strong boundaries, and of learning independence, of learning how to be vulnerable and expressing oneself but without. And this mastery really happened because I feel like you have been through something specific, Pioneer number 3, and it will be different for each and every one of you. But with the cross here, definitely there is a hard lesson that was learned. And who's the teacher of lessons? It's Saturn. Yes, I feel like maybe you just had your Saturn return. Maybe you have Saturn in Aquarius and your Saturn return ended. The idea is that right now Saturn is in Pisces, sidereal Pisces, not tropical. In tropical, Saturn is in Aries, but now it's in Pisces because it's retrograde. But anyways, in sidereal system, Saturn is in Pisces. And it's retrograding in Pisces, which means it's heading towards Aquarius. It's not going to enter Aquarius, but it's heading towards Aquarius, which means that there is an unfinished lesson, or there is a finalization of the lesson. And if you have Saturn in Aquarius, I feel like you have just ended your Saturn in Aquarius. You might be 29, you might be 30, 31, 32. And yes, as I said, it means that Saturn return just ended for you, and it means some kind of a hard lesson was learned and now it's being finalized. That might resonate with some of you, but yeah, what I feel here in your pile number 3 is that harsh lesson maybe was connected to love, maybe to pride through love, maybe how to assert one's individuality in love, have been learned by you. And in this month of November, I feel like you're finalizing this lesson because Saturn is turning direct again in this month of November. And once it turns direct, everybody's lives are going to take a direction, are going to have a certain direction. And yeah, it will be different according to your chart, but that's not what we're talking about today. So yes, what I'm seeing here in the month of November is that there are maybe dates, there is a reopening, because where like the lesson is learned and now there is an opportunity to open up again in love. So with Garden here, yeah, and Garden really talks about being visible, having invitations towards dating events, being publicly exposed, not in a bad way, but it really talks about maybe social events, talks about dating, talks about maybe concerts, and maybe being more influential. And yeah, Aquarius is also the sign of influence, of social influence, but also the sign of activism. And so, as I said here, there is an invitation, there is an opportunity in November to reopen yourself to love, to new connections. And what is happening here with adjustments are required is that, as I said, this November is representing the final period for you to finalize the lesson and to, I want to say, seal the whole project of the lesson of what you have learned. When it comes to adjustments are required here, it talks about releasing what no longer serves you, maybe reevaluating yourself, maybe reevaluating a specific thing that is on your mind right now. So there is reevaluation of this lesson that have been learned about independence. And I'm not getting a lot of information about what is this past lesson, about what happened in the past for you. So it will be different for each and every one of you, but the lesson is about independence, is about self-mastery, is about... And also in Aquarius means there is a stepping into authenticity, into authentic self-expression, into authentic influence, into I feel like a new image of yourself that is more also you will be called to share what you have learned. And so yeah, so with the strength and communication, as I said, there is an opening to social events, to communicating with others, and there is you will find that in November you will get a lot of opportunities to socialize, and you will And yeah, with communication here, the card of P here with Pisces, you might resonate with the zodiac sign, but it talks about a reconsideration. Maybe there were old opportunities of love, partnerships, maybe old communications also. Maybe you will receive old communication from people you knew in the past. And I don't see them as, I don't see you receiving communication with somebody who you would be calling an ex. No, I see maybe an opportunity to open up to opportunities with people that you might have dismissed in the past, or maybe there is somebody who was interested in you, pile number 3, and maybe you did not give them a chance, and now that opportunity might resurface here with communication. Also with strength here, there is a surge of energy, especially that there's this I did not notice this, but there is strength card literally and another strength card. And what I see here specifically, what I'm getting is not only physical strength, but I feel like there is this influence that you are going to have over others. There is also strengthening of your boundaries, and it's like you will find the strength to finally say no to what you consider as not worthy of your effort and your time. And also you will find the strength to release old patterns of relating to others, and especially here with adjustments are required to let go of things that burdened you in the past. But what I see also is that with the strength especially, there is an invitation to share with others, to communicate with others, and to socialize. There is social opportunities in this card. It also talks about the strength card here from the Greenwich Oracle. It talks about an opportunity to meet new people, to socialize with friends, to share with friends, and it warns against being extremely defensive. And what we see there is the Two of Swords just under the strength, and before that there is the Ace of Cups. And as I said, there is an opening, there is an energetic opening of love for you, of I want to say peace and positivity with the Ace of Cups here, because it really talks about emotional nurturing that can come from anywhere. And it talks about also just with this card, it talks about new opportunities to find people or new people that would align with you closely, especially after this self-mastery in here, and after this new self that is emerging out of you, pile number 3. And so, but I see you with the Two of Swords being indecisive, being maybe too reclusive, maybe being guarded and scared because of that lesson that that you have went through. But it's, yeah, and it's really telling you that it's safe to open up again in this month of November. All of these opportunities to find new people, to find your tribe, to meet people who you would relate with closely. It's very important because it's like your chapter, there's a new chapter that is starting for you in November, especially when it comes to self-love, but also when it comes to new connections, and not only love and partnerships, but also friendships. And it's very promising here. It's showing me that this new chapter, that in this new chapter you have the required strength to just be happy. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, and the 9 of Pentacles. So even though you might not consider being in a love relationship right now, or you might not consider opening up to somebody, not just yet, you have the strength to open up to friendships, and also you have the strength required. And it's just like, it feels like you are accomplished here with the 9 of Pentacles and the Sun. It just feels like you are accomplished, you are stable, you're independent, maybe even financially independent, and it feels like it's a calling for you to open up again, and there are opportunities that will come to you in this month of November. And it's you cannot be this indecisive, or you cannot be also this reclusive and maybe even stubborn. And yeah, so that's all I have for you for today's reading, pile number 3. for what is coming towards you in love for this month of November. So if you resonated, please press the like button, comment down below your experience, maybe your pile, and subscribe so you won't miss any future readings. And if you'd like to support me and my channel, or if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you will find all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for being here, pile number 3, and see you next time.